Hi guys, Ree here from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to the channel and an after school and evening routine video. I have not shared our after school routine for quite some time, and obviously there are quite a few tweaks and changes as our children are getting older, so I'm going to share with you all of that today. So it is end of my work day and it's time to go and do the school run. I work from home, and the first thing that starts my afternoon evening routine is alarms. I have 2 alarms. And these 2 alarms are to remind me to go and get my children. Now, it's not like I would forget to go and get my children. I know I've got to go and get my children. However, without the alarms, I find myself just clock watching all day. So I'm either paranoid I'm going to not be aware of the time, because I do sort of have this sort of time blindness when I'm working, just spend so much time focusing on what the time is that I won't get any work done, or I'm worried that I will just, not notice the time and I'll be running late, and I hate that. So I have 2 alarms. I have one that goes off 20 minutes before I need to leave, and that just lets me know, right, Ree, time to start wrapping some stuff up. And then I have another one going off just as it's time to go. That one's just gone off, so we're gonna get moving. Home now, thrilled to say that the weather was dry. It cannot be underestimated how happy I am when any given day that I do not get soaked on the school run. I definitely think I'm far more of a summer person than a winter person. I just do not like being wet constantly. Girls are now getting their drinks out of their bags. They're not chili bottles, they're like chili bottles that we bought in Walt Disney World to school, and then their bags go by the front door in our bag station, basically a calyx with a box each for all of their school bags and bits and for a school kit, all that kind of thing. And then for dinner tonight, I'm delighted to say that I had a HelloFresh delivery yesterday. So yes, we have got HelloFresh for dinner. Thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. More from them in a bit. So, William, how was school today?
Really good, actually.
Yeah, all good. Fantastic. Will, it has been in secondary school now since September, which obviously has meant quite a big difference to evening routine, because you're getting a lot. Would you say a lot more homework? How much homework would you say you're getting as a year 7?
Well, maybe like a bit more. It feels like a lot more, like each individual task feels longer.
Yeah. And I think in primary school, I felt like you were given one set of homework per week because you only had the one teacher.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's more like dotted through the week. It used to be a bit more like homework on this day, given on that day, and now it's a bit more scattered.
Yeah.
Like some nights it's homework.
Dust.
Yeah, some nights it's homework, some nights it's not homework. But I've got to say I'm really proud of the way you have been handling it, and parents' evening went well, so you must be doing something right. Talk us through your bag packing system. I've got to say, this is the second bag he's been through. The first one
Ripped to pieces.
I do not know.
Actually, still have it here.
Our eldest was the same when he was in school, and I don't know what you guys do to your shoes, your bags, they just get absolutely trashed. Talk us through the folder system.
Well, as you can see, variety of folders in all sorts of different colours.
The relevance of the folders for the good people at home?
Oh yeah. Forgot about that part. So each folder's like a different subject. Even if they don't really give out paperwork, I still take the folder just in case they do give paperwork.
And then more than anything, right, you've got 5 subjects plus pastoral folder, haven't you, which has got your homework diary in it.
That's like homework diary, schedule.
And then in the folders you have like your books and stuff like kept inside them, so the books don't get all dog-eared like mine used to in school. We did this system for Dylan as well, and it meant that you're a bit more organised. How are you finding it compared to your friends? Do you find
I feel like I'm remembering a lot, and sometimes my friends are like, did we give our science books in? And I just know because I have the folder empty or something.
There we go. So yeah, I can highly recommend it. Honestly, it's such a game changer. And I think if when you're in school you're being told off constantly for not having your books, it just kind of puts you on the back foot, doesn't it? So just being organised kind of sets you up for success a little bit. Yeah. So the rule is you can go and do whatever you want to do once you have packed your bag and checked if there's any homework that needs to be done. You don't necessarily, we like to do homework as early as possible in the week when it doesn't have to be like finished.
Yeah.
It's the same with
I
the
like
girls.
to do it like the same night if I can.
But if you can start it and, you know, if you don't get to finish it, then no big deal. But yeah, it's just that way when life happens.
Yeah.
So, with that said, have you got any homework today?
No, actually.
Good.
good.
Because you do have to go to the dentist with Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Just a random night, which obviously doesn't happen very often. But yeah, my husband and Will have got the dentist this evening. So I'm going to be sorting out some dinner for when you get back. So girlies, how was school? Fun. Good stuff. Tonight's one of the few nights the children don't have scheduled activities. And as much as you like your activities, you do look forward to your evenings off, your free nights, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's not a night where you get homework. So it's a proper free evening, which is really nice. So the girls are making some jewellery on the desk. This desk was the one that was in my office, originally in the old house. And then it was in my office in this house. And then when I swapped it round, Bella was like, I know where that desk can go, Mummy, don't get rid of it. We'll have it. New. And these two just love sitting here doing all your little crafts and colouring and all sorts. Which one of these are we going to choose for dinner? I love the fact that when I'm doing HelloFresh, I can just put HelloFresh on the meal plan in either my planner or on my organisation station meal planner. And then I can just choose on the day depending what I fancy. So the options are for tonight, we've got ultimate chicken tikka and rice with garlic, coriander and naan and crispy onion. Sounds nice. Beef minced potato keema with mango chutney and naan bread. The children often help me pick these. William actually helped me pick these for this time. These were his picks. So that's a 30 to 35 minute, and we've got 30 to 35 minutes here, sweet potato korma style curry. So we've actually got lots of very curry sort of dishes. I think I'm going to go for this one. It takes a little bit longer. This is a 40 to 45 minute, and I've actually got a bit longer this evening because we don't have to dash out to activities. And I love that my children get to do lots of activities, but I've got to agree with the girls. I kind of love it when we've got a chilled evening in the house where we don't have to dash off anywhere to. I love HelloFresh as it helps me take the headache out of meal planning with delicious pre-portioned recipes delivered directly to your door. There are loads of different recipes from a huge variety of different cuisines to choose from, all with easy step-by-step instructions. And if that wasn't tempting enough, HelloFresh have given me an amazing offer to share with you. By scanning the QR code on screen or using the link on screen or down in the description, you can get 60% off your first box, then 25% off for the next 2 months, plus free desserts for life. As a rule, whenever I am cooking, I tend to use my AirPods and either catch up with friends on the phone, because otherwise, when do I have time to catch up with friends on the phone? I like to catch up using my headphones while I'm walking or doing stuff like cooking, or watch something on my phone or my iPad. So YouTube videos, shout out if you're watching this YouTube video on your phone while you're cooking. I bet you are. Or sometimes like a Disney Plus series, something I'm watching myself, you know, a little, just something mindless to kind of keep me company. Or a podcast. And if you're looking for a podcast, I have a podcast. You can check out my podcast. You know, it's Real Talk with Ree. Just it's here on YouTube, or you can look in your podcast provider if you're looking for something to listen to in your AirPods while you're cooking. Okay, I really do need to make dinner now. So after dinner, when everything's cleared up, which everyone mucks in to do, little ones do what they can, and then the dishwasher's put on, I generally have got into the habit, and I've been doing this a long time, of getting myself unready, getting myself, makeup off, have a shower and things while I bath the girls. So I'm going to show you my current evening skincare at the moment. That's what I'm doing at the moment, which is working quite well for me, as well as my very lazy hair stuff. I've got down to washing my hair every third night. I was always, for most of my life, and every 48 hours on the button kind of girl. Otherwise my hair would get really greasy. And then when I was pregnant with Zara, I managed to stretch it out to every third day. And I find the more I wash my hair, the more I need to wash my hair. So if I was to wash it every second day, I would need to wash it every second day. But most of the time I just put some dry shampoo in it before the shower and just kind of in the root. So this is obviously not on the day I wash my hair. This would be, so I'd wash my hair on say day 1, and then on day 2, I would put dry shampoo. So I'd have, and then day 3 I'd put dry shampoo, and then I would wash it on day 4, if that makes sense. So it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. So just a little bit in the roots. I know there are dry shampoos which are brown for brown hair, but that would just end up all over my pillow. So then I just use one of these scrunchies. This is a toweling scrunchie, which helps to dry your hair when it is wet. But I just use this when I'm in the shower too. Okay, that'll do. And then I pin my fringe out the way with these. So I know it is really early, like it's still light, the girls aren't even in bed yet. It is early for me to be getting unready. I do it this way for a couple of reasons. First of all, multitasking, I can shower and stuff. I'd normally be doing this while they're in the bath, but obviously I'm filming, so I can't really. So I'm just doing that just before I put them in. But multitasking is the first one. But secondly, I find if I've got everything I have to do out of the way, then I can relax. If I know I've still got to come and, wash my face and shower and things, it's like I can't properly relax. But also, I find having a shower really wakes me up, which if I was to shower just before bed, I don't want to be woken up. I want to be winding down. So doing it nice and early kind of works for me. I am kind of obsessed with this stuff. It is green, blah, blah, blah. Can't speak. Green Clean. I get this from Sephora. I have got a code. You can use a discount code for Sephora. The other thing you can do is you can pick 2 brands that you can get 10% off every time you shop. So when you set up an account with Sephora, I'll put all the details on screen. You can pick 2 brands, and that could be anything. You could pick just the 2 brands you use your most. So if you've always got a mascara you use or whatever, just pick that as one of your brands, and then every time, regardless of the offers they've got on, then you can get 10% off the extra. This, as you can see, I use a lot. I have reordered this. I've got a special, yeah, I love my one to use one for backup. I have one in backup of this already. And it's a cleansing balm. So we're about to see my face go pretty nasty now. I like this because it really breaks down all my makeup. The mascara I use isn't waterproof, but it's really hard to budge. This is gonna look really attractive now. One thing I actually love about not having eyelash extensions, about having just LVL and using mascara, is I can rub my eyes. You can't do that when you have eyelash extensions. Oh, looking really sexy now. Then I take a wipe. This is literally a damp flannel with water on it, and just take it all off. And I do this before I go in the shower, so that when I'm in the shower, any extra residue is washed off and my face feels super, super clean. Now, if I really want a good double cleanse, I'm feeling I kind of need it. I did buy this to try, which is the new Charlotte Tilbury one, and I really like it, but I find that this one is amazing and doesn't sting my eyes, even if it gets in my eyes. This one I find a bit stingy on my eyes, so it's lovely on my skin, and I'm going to put a little bit on just my skin, but I do avoid getting this anywhere near my eyes because it stings. I mean, technically I think you could use it, but I have used it to take my eye makeup off, but if it goes in your eyes, it's not the best, but it smells great, and for your actual pores and things. It's really lovely. I do not need to double cleanse every time. I don't do it every day, but every now and again I do, just to get my skin a really good clean. Oh, and I normally use a clean one of these every time as well. Whoops. Now I am going to get in the shower, bath the girls, and then I'll show you the rest of what I do. Out of the shower now, and as much as I love a shower, it literally feels so great, like I'm washing the day away. I can already feel my skin, it needs moisturiser. It's like if I leave it much longer, it feels like it's just like gonna flake off. That sounds ridiculous, but I've always felt that when I get out of the shower, just that kind of like tight skin feeling, like give me some moisturiser. So one of the things, I don't always do this, but it's been a couple of minutes since getting out of the shower, I normally get the moisturiser on my face quite quickly, but I was sent this to try and I absolutely love it. I used this when we were in Florida, and it is just like, don't do it with an open mouth, but add some hydration. This feels really, really nice. And the idea is you can use this to like refresh your face halfway through the day, or you can use it when you just get out of the shower, which obviously is a good thing. Okay, I tend to do this skincare stuff you can do morning and night. I tend to only really make time for it at night. In the morning, I'm in the phase at the moment of just washing my face with water and then sticking on some moisturiser, generally some daytime magic cream. In the evening, if I have time to do some more steps, then I do use some glow toner. As you can see, I've used quite a lot of that. And this, I just put on with a cotton pad and just wipe it over my face. Just to minimise any pores. Sometimes actual gunk comes up, like that's not looking the cleanest, see? Yuck. But yeah. And then the other step that I then do every night is night cream. This stuff is, I mean, I love it because I've got dry skin. I feel like normal magic cream would probably be enough for people with normal toily skin. But this for me, this is so, it's just gorgeous. It keeps my face really hydrated. Technically you can use separate eye creams and stuff, but I'm not sure if that's what you're supposed to do. I just bung this stuff all over and it just puts the moisture back into my face. Oh, see, that feels so much better. My skin just felt like it was going, and now it feels moisturised. I mean, it is, isn't it? Look at the glow. Look at the glow. Okay, I'm now going to put on, oh, hang on, one more step, we forgot. We nearly forgot. I've discussed this at a reasonable amount of length. I used to have lash extensions, like I mentioned. And then I switched back to having LVL and just using mascara. But, I mean, they don't look that long at the moment because I'm not wearing mascara. But I don't know if you can tell my eyelashes are slightly curled up. You can tell more if you look back earlier in the video when I'm wearing mascara. But they are naturally curled up. I say not naturally, it's LVL, which actually curls them. I have that done every 5 to 8 weeks. But the thing that makes them long is this. This stuff is amazing. And I literally, all I do is just one dip. You just put it on like eyeliner, one eye, then the other eye, once a day. And this stuff is so good. If I had forgotten to put this on, I would get back up out of bed to do that because I believe in it that much. I am kind of worried to stop in case my eyelashes get shorter somehow. I don't know if that would actually happen. Anyway, I now need to take down my hair. Ugh. And listen to the girlies read. Will's gonna have a shower, get himself settled, and then my husband and I can chill once I've done another couple of bits. Can chill out for a little bit before bed, and I'll show you what that looks like too.
The Unicorn King is our ruler. She explained he lives on the other side of island. Is that island or is a land?
That's island. It's a funny way of saying it, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I've tried calling him, said Sorrow gently, but he hasn't come. I've rang the wind chimes and sounded the horn. I don't understand it. I go to him myself, but I can't leave my trees or the woodland animals. What's woodland? What is that?
Like a forest, like a little forest.
Oh,
Is Bunny reading?
Bunny.
And Bella's got to the stage where reading is literally one of your favourite things to do any time of day, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
What are you reading at the moment?
Murder on the Safari Star.
Can we look? Look, there we go. And you've actually enjoyed this whole series, haven't you?
Uh-huh. I haven't read all of it, but I've
No.
read that's my third book in the series.
Really been enjoying these. If you've got any other recommendations for books, because when this series runs out, like I've been trying to persuade you to read Harry Potter, you're just not interested at all, you? No. Books about murder, however, they are for children, to be fair. They are aimed at...
It's about
they are children's
detectives,
books.
pretty much.
Yeah, detectives then. So thrillers, mysteries. I think they're called mysteries, not murder books, aren't they? I know there's murder in the title, but yeah. So any other mystery type books? I wonder if you'd like Enid Blyton, Famous Five, Fantastic Four type stuff. We could give those a go. One thing that is quite good, if you're not sure if your children will like a book or not, you can download the sample on iPad or Kindle or something, and you can just read the first chapter, and then if you like it, so perhaps we'll try that. We would just try the first chapter or something, and then order the ones you like.
Yeah, but the problem is in some books, like the first chapter is quite boring, and then it gets exciting in the middle.
That's true. That's very true.
That's the thing.
But yeah, sound off if there are any. Especially, we always like a series of books, don't we? So that
Yeah.
if you like one, then you
Also
can
a
binge them.
series that like doesn't have a book I already have.
Yes, I suppose so. But yeah, a series of books.
Yeah, because
or
I
just
do
all
like
you
Jacqueline Wilson, but the problem is all the like collections are like...
Yeah, and we can go and get the spare ones from the library. But I know what you mean. Like sometimes you'll look at a collection on Amazon, but you'll have
and then
one
I'll
out of
have,
5.
Like, no, I'll have like 2 or 3, and
don't
then there
buy
are
them again.
7 other, and then there are like 7 in total. And then,
Yes. No, Bella's at the stage where she's much like her favourite princess, Belle, just walking around with her nose stuck in a book. That's how Bella can be found most of the time. Right, madam, you can read for another 15 minutes. Okay. Do you want a super tuck? Super tuck? You like to be super tucked in, don't you? There you go. Oh, night bells. So that's the kids all in bed, me showered, hair not washed, so I haven't had to dry it, but feeling generally clean. Now, before I just kind of sit down for the night, I have a few more little jobs I like to get done. First one, planner stuff. So I like to glance over anything I've got to do for the morning and just kind of I try not to do this too close to bed, so I'm not like thinking about like work stuff, but I just find that by taking a quick glance over it in the evening, and in an ideal world I just do this at the end of my workday, but it doesn't always work out like that, but just have a quick brain dump about what I want to do tomorrow, what I should be working on first, so I'm not sitting down first thing in the morning going, oh, I wonder what I'm supposed to be doing, and kind of not being very productive. So writing down a bit of a brain dump, and also in this version of my planner, because it is 2 pages a day, it has space to write all of the things I'm going to do through the day in half-an-hour increments. So I really do find this so handy, and I especially find it handy to time block things in these half-an-hour increments. Especially recently, I found that breaking down bigger tasks into smaller chunks makes me much more productive. For example, sometimes I'll have 4 hours of footage on a trip vlog to go through, and I don't know how much time to allocate for that, and it just feels like this mammoth task that's going to take forever. If, however, I chunk the task down into smaller bits and put them into half-hour increments, I think, right, how much can I manage in half an hour? Can I edit up to the first 10 minutes of the video? Can I edit up to the first however many minutes of the video? And if I put markers and like break down the task into those smaller half-hour increments, then I find it much more manageable. And you could do this with anything. So you could do this with cleaning the house. Rather than just going to clean the house, it could be like, right, I'm going to do bedroom first, bathroom, then whatever. And you can kind of gamify the stuff you've got to do and work against the clock, and I find that just makes me a bit more productive. And then on the other page, I've got obviously space for brain dumping, which I tend to use more for ideas and things when I'm sitting at my desk, but can use any time. But what I'm going to do now is this, which is the 10 things I'm grateful for today. And this could be 10 things I'm grateful for. And they don't have to be big things. Like, obviously, you can't just write every time. Like, I'm always grateful for my family, my house, you know, that kind of thing. So I try and think of sort of smaller things that are more relevant to the day. And these could be things I'm grateful for, or they could be wins for the day. So it could be, I got this thing finished that I was struggling to finish, or it could be something small like a really lovely cuddle from the children, or a really lovely comment on one of my videos. It could be anything at all, and it doesn't have to be massive stuff. It can be small things. And I find that by practicing this kind of gratitude stuff, it helps me round off my day thinking, right, I look at my day. Sometimes the things I'm grateful for are things I've managed to achieve during the day, and that's okay. It's like a win. And I find it puts me in a good mood then to relax in the evening, and then ultimately to go to bed. And then if you kind of relax going to bed and you feel like I've got tomorrow planned out and sorted, I find personally it doesn't make my mind race as much, and I find it easier to have a good night's sleep and then get up and do all the things in the morning. So that's planner stuff done. Now to get on a load of laundry so that the washing machine can be working while I am relaxing. I am then going to watch a little bit of television. We're kind of into Married at First Sight Australia at the moment, don't judge. Yes, some have described it as car crash television, but I just find it fascinating. I just find it absolutely fascinating. The psychology of like, wow, why are people reacting like that? It's just, we find it fascinating, and it brings up a lot of interesting discussions. So we're just going to watch some of that. I then have a bedtime reminder. It's very boring, but coming up on my phone, reminding me to go up to bed, which, to be honest, I tend to go up to bed about 9:30 and then try to go to sleep by about 10. I literally go upstairs, clean my teeth, and then I will be out like a light. My husband doesn't tend to go to bed as early, but then he doesn't get up as early in the morning either. Ultimately, a lot of the things that I used to do in my evening routine have now been moved to kind of my weekend reset stuff, and a lot of the prep that I do on the weekend helps to make both my morning and evening routines so much easier. It removes so much stress. So if you want to check out what I do in a weekend reset, that video is on screen now. If you want to see my morning routine, there's a morning routine video on screen. Thanks so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. If you want to check out the amazing offer they have on, then all the details are down in the description. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.